Okay, our focus for this week is to feel internal simcha with somebody else's good fortune, and hopefully the learning that we'll do now, as well as the actions hopefully we'll try to improve upon, will serve to give Chaim merit and bring him a Refuah Shalema. So we're going to focus now on the midah called the Leiv Tov. You know, the Maharal writes in Nesivas Olam that there's a midah called Leiv Tov. You find this before the Maharal already in the Mishnayos. And Avos discuss a midah called Leiv Tov. And the Maharal in Nesivas Olam explains that a Leiv Tov is when Shaha'adam Rotze Betuv Chavera, when a person wants his friend to have good fortune. A person wants his friend to have good stuff. You know, the Rambam assumed that this was a part of the mitzvah of V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. The Ramban assumed that this was part of the mitzvah of V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, although others did not. You know, there's Maharsha who assumes not that way, and there's also a Tosas in Sanhedrin who certainly would have assumed that this is not a part of the mitzvah of V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. But certainly according to the Rambam, and even according to the Ramban, the concept of a Leiv Tov, as the Maharal explains, Sha'adam Rotze Betuv Chavera, that a person wants good fortune, good things to come to his friend, is certainly a good and positive midah. You know, Rabbi Dessler writes in Michtav Meliyahu in Chelek Dalid that Aaron HaKohen, the Torah tells us, when Moshe Rabbeinu was coming from Midian back down to Egypt, and Aaron came out to greet him, the Torah says, V'racha v'samach v'libo, that Aaron would see Moshe Rabbeinu, and he would be very, very, very happy. And in the Medrash Tanchuma, Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai says, Halev shesamach b'gdulas achiv, Yilbash Urim V'tumim. You know, listen, Aaron HaKohen was in an interesting spot. He was his younger brother who had been gone, left, while Aaron was in effect still a prophet and the leader of the Jewish people. And Aaron, when Moshe came back down, could have been upset. He could have been jealous of Moshe Rabbeinu. But the Torah says not that way. Aaron was happy. He was very happy. V'samach b'libo. He was happy in his heart. And the Medrash says that as a result of that, Aaron HaKohen would get to wear the Urim V'tumim. And Maharal writes in Nesivas Olam in the same spot that the transitive property is true. That Urim V'tumim is contingent upon Ruach HaKodesh. And if Urim V'tumim is contingent upon Simach b'libo, being happy on somebody else's good fortune, then it must also therefore be that being happy in somebody else's good fortune brings us to Ruach HaKodesh. It is such a tremendous midah to be happy in somebody else's good fortune, but how do we do that? How do we train ourselves to become happy at somebody else's good fortune? I don't know the answer, and emotions are very difficult to deal with, but perhaps maybe the science has told us with the theory of cognitive dissonance, and the sages have told us before that, the Sefer HaChinuch writes in a number of places, that our heart is drawn after our actions and not necessarily the other way around. So maybe the way to train ourselves to be happier with other people's good fortune and to be happy for other people's good fortune is to act happy for other people's good fortune. So maybe let's try this week and going forward. When you see somebody else having good fortune, you see somebody who has a nice car, a nice shirt, somebody has something good, happy to them, whatever it is, go over. Say something. Say, oh, that's really fantastic. That's really great. Oh, when you see one of your friends and something good happens to them, they call you and they tell you, make sure you say, that's fantastic, I'm so happy for you. Because maybe after our actions will be drawn our emotions. Maybe we can train ourselves to have this Leiv Tov, to have this good heart, this midah that the Maharal says is so tremendous that it brings about Ruach HaKodesh, brings about the ability for Aaron HaKohen to wear the Urim V'tumim. We should merit to have a Leiv Tov, to receive for ourselves Ruach HaKodesh, and maintain through those improved actions. Chaim will receive Refuah Shalema. Thank you very much. Have a great day.